It's day 14. That's 7/12 of the way through the box. Let's see what we have today. All right, welcome back, everybody. Day 14. Day 14, that's 7/12 of the way through the box. Very impressive way that I calculate these fractions. Let's check this out if you're following along at home. Hopefully you've had everything in the same order that I've had. I did the Costco Kalia German Brewers Advent Calendar. It lasts 2 years, and it seemed like it was kind of random. Some days people had the same things, some days they didn't. But we're going to take a look at day number 14 here today. This has a little house on the hill with some snowflakes and some trees and the stuff like that. So we've done everything around here so far, 8 and 2. It's right dead, well, not dead center, but it's the second row, third from the right. And what do we have today? What do we have today? Okay. Without me even telling you, looking at this can, you should be able to tell, this is going to be an IPA. This is a hazy IPA. This is 6% alcohol by volume, India Pale Ale. And it is by State of Brewing. There we go. There is the can art. And I had a little bit of a mishap on day 10, I think it was. I completely the entire time read that it was saying West Coast on it. I tried it, didn't taste like a West Coast at all. That's because it said East Coast on the can, and it tasted remarkably like an East Coast IPA. Go figure. So this has the psychedelic colors, it has the rainbow in the middle. It looks very much like all the other IPAs. That being said, I haven't been super impressed by all the IPAs so far. The best by date here is August 1st, 2023. This is a 2022 Advent Calendar. You probably should be drinking these now. Let's put a nose on it. Has a little bit of a dankness to it, gotta say. Being a hazy IPA could go any way. It could be a juicy IPA. It could be a New England style IPA. It could just be an IPA that's kind of hazy looking. So, but it does have a little bit of dankness out of the can, maybe a little bit of citrus. Let's go ahead and pour this. Really yellow, really light pale yellow. And we're going to pour it down the center here. Kick up some of this head, hopefully. Shake a little bit of it out there. There's the can again. And we got about 2 fingers ahead here, about 2 fingers. Not too bad. A little bit shading a little bit towards like a yellow, but I think it might be the light bouncing up and coming through. But it's kind of white, but it's like a foamy head. If we hold it up here, as you can see, you can kind of barely see my fingers through it. I can see a shadow through it, but I cannot see my fingers through there. Let's put a nose on the glass here. Yeah, getting more of like more of a citrus, more of a grapefruit aroma on here. It smells like I would think a New England IPA would smell. It has like those kind of lemon zesty notes to it, mixed with some caramel, mixed with lots of citrus though. So let's go ahead and try it out. Cheers. We always talk about the mouthfeel first on this channel. The mouthfeel on this is surprisingly different from most of the IPAs that we've had so far. Again, the one that I messed up that was East Coast, that I thought was West Coast, was one of the chewier mouthfeels to the IPAs that we've had, a little bit thicker. The pale ale that we had was a little bit of a thicker mouthfeel. This one is kind of on par with the pale. It's got a little bit of a heavier, thicker, kind of viscous mouthfeel to it. Talking about the flavor, you get a lot of it kind of on the upfront. There's a little bit of a citrus, kind of zesty, maybe orangey flavor. Then as it goes down, that's when these kind of a little bit of a sweeter orange flavor comes through, along with this lemon zesty bitterness on the back end. Very slight grapefruit to it, but I would say the bitterness that you're getting is that kind of zesty citrus bitterness, a little bit of that grapefruit bitterness. You're getting a lot of orange on the upfront. On the swallow, there's a lot of lemon. So this is really very much a citrus-centric IPA. This, while it says hazy IPA, and like I said, sometimes hazy IPAs can be juicy IPAs. They can be New England style IPAs. They can just be IPAs, American IPAs that have a little bit of a haze to it, which this has a little bit of a haze to it. But I would say this is probably about as close. I haven't looked on the back of the box to see what everything is, but this is probably as close to a New England style IPA as we're going to get. This would probably mix actually really good between that East Coast, and this one would make a really great New England style IPA because it tasted very citrusy. This one is very similar, but like I said, it's got just all citrus notes. It's a little bit more citrus like a little bit more citrus through and through than the East Coast one was that I called a West Coast IPA. So anyways, yeah, this one is actually probably one of the better. If you're a New England style IPA fan, an East Coast IPA fan, this is a really surprisingly very good one. At being 6% too, I notice in my kind of journeys through craft beer, it's very difficult to find a lower ABV, specifically New England or hazy style IPA that has a lot of flavor. This one definitely has that. So that's been day number 14. Come back for day number 15 if you're following along at home. I'll be here. Until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries. These guys are in Wanakee, Wisconsin. And until next time, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.